We all know what's wrong with the system right now. And we know there's a big difference between the Democrats and the Republicans and the Independents. But for too long, we have focused on what divides us. I want to focus on what unites us. We are Americans. When this economy tanked, and this is not an economy that's the result of the last 8 years of George Bush. This is an economy that is the direct result of the first 8 months of Barack Obama. Yeah. When the economy tanks, all of us suffer. These men here, and I know all of them, I've spoken with them, on stage and off stage. I can tell you there's not a person up here that's up here out of personal glory. I'm sure not. I hate Washington, D.C. That's the last place in the world I want to go. But the Founding Fathers were willing to sacrifice their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to give birth to this country. And I and these gentlemen up here are willing to do it again today. It's called sacrifice. What are you willing to do? You're here.
Make a change.
Make a change. You're here. Get your friends to come. That's the beauty of American politics. People don't get it. Elected officials in Washington are not the government. They are representatives of the government. Amen. Those who are elected to the Senate, like perhaps somebody up here, is elected by the state to represent the state. Those of us who represent different areas, whether it be for Congress or an assembly district or something like that, we're supposed to represent the people. They have forgotten it. I won't, and I don't think anybody up here will. Now, whether you're for or against gun rights, you all need to be pro-Second Amendment. Let me tell you why. Because everybody misses what the Second Amendment means. Every government in the history of the world has the right to arm and defend itself. And in this government, you are the government. We, the people, are the government. I call it the pig farmer with the gun. Because the Founding Fathers knew that we had developed a system that was not top down, but bottom up. That the governed have the power to determine who will govern us. And we will hold them accountable. Now the problem is, frankly, a lot of us fell asleep since Ronald Reagan. We trusted our elected leaders to do what they were supposed to do, and we should have been able to trust them. But we couldn't. So we sent a message in 2008. Unfortunately, that message backfired. So we got to send another one in 2010, and we got to keep sending and sending and sending. We do have some good people in Congress and in the Senate right now that are holding firm against the most horrible onslaught of bad legislation I've ever seen in my life. But they're holding firm. We got to send them reinforcements. We got to send them reinforcements. And with your help, we will. Because when you think of a leader of your party, you need to look in a mirror. We didn't scream loud enough when John McCain was the standard bearer during the primaries. We didn't scream loud enough when our elected leaders started abandoning their principles. But I'll tell you what, at least in Clark County, I have personally seen a resurgence of the Republican Party with people like you. If you're not a member of the Clark County Republican Party, please join, because Dwayne's right. Your voices are needed in the primaries. We can no longer be forced with a choice between the lesser of two evils anymore.